He's harassed our faculty.
I understand. Would you mind waiting in your office, and I will absolutely contact
Absolutely.
you.
Step away from the bed.
So my goal here is not to harass you or tell you you're not allowed to do whatever, okay? I'm not gonna do that. They feel some kind of way about it. They've given you an answer about how they want you to remedy the situation, so I advise you to follow that. If you take issue with what they've told you, there's a civil remedy for that. Does it come into law enforcement? Not really, okay? So I'm not here to pick on you, I'm not here to pick on them, I'm just here to keep the peace.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being professional. Like I said, what she did is she told me to leave,
Okay.
and I said, no, I'm not gonna leave, especially now that you've told me I'm in a public forum, a public lobby in a publicly funded university,
Okay.
trying to do a public records request for journalistic activities and political activities.
Sure.
So that's my purpose. And when somebody tries to violate my constitutional rights and tells me that I have to leave a public forum, well, then I stay in the public forum until I feel good and ready to leave.
Okay.
So that's really where we're at. And like I said, I didn't
understand
want to
your
run from
mindset.
you guys. Once you guys walk out, I'll walk out right behind you, and I'll tell you where I'm going next. If you want to go over there with me, maybe I'll scare them too. I'm going to go to the legal department and try to ask them to give me some public records.
Okay.
I simply want public records.
And I understand where you're coming from. I'll tell you, they're gonna ask you to submit your form online.
Yeah, well,
And you're welcome to seek that in person. I'm not telling you that. I'm just trying, like I said, my mission here is just to keep the peace.
right, yeah, I appreciate, that's why I'm telling you what I'm trying to do. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to break the peace. I'm trying to quietly ask for records and document what I'm doing with my government.
Right. And I'm not trying to interfere with that. I understand where you're at. And that's why I've told you, I'm sure you already know, right, about your civil remedies and everything else, okay? I'm not trying to babysit you or
Thank you.
educate you or anything like that, okay? People here tend to get agitated, right, with this sort of thing for whatever combination of reasons that I'm not really privy to either, to be honest with you.